In the world of hip-hop, rising talent often emerges from unexpected places, and one Florida rapper had begun carving out a name for himself in the competitive scene. Known for his gritty storytelling and unique sound, he quickly transitioned from local recognition to wider attention, gaining collaborations with notable names and building a loyal following. But just as his career seemed to be gaining momentum, events unfolded that would abruptly change the trajectory of his story. A confrontation, a series of unanswered questions, and the sudden involvement of law enforcement left both fans and investigators searching for clarity. The circumstances surrounding what happened remain under close review, with authorities piecing together the details of those final moments. What began as another day in a familiar neighborhood ended in a way no one expected, leaving behind a puzzle of clues that continue to spark speculation and demand answers. If you enjoy real crime stories that uncover the truth, don't forget to subscribe. Your support helps us share real cases, spread awareness, and give a voice to those who can't speak for themselves. Before we begin, let us know in the comments, where are you watching from, and what are your thoughts as the story unfolds? Welcome to True Crime Uncovered, where we examine the cases that shake communities and expose what happens behind closed doors. Real stories, real people, real impact. Subscribe now and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Brandon Wamley, professionally known as Wam SpinThaBin, was born in January 2000 in Florida. He grew up in a state that has produced a number of influential rap artists, and like many in his generation, he was exposed early to music and the culture that surrounded it. His childhood environment included close ties to street life, which would later influence the themes and style of his music. During his teenage years, Wamley gravitated toward local rap collectives, which provided him an entry point into recording and performing. These early affiliations gave him exposure, experience, and credibility among peers in Florida's competitive underground rap scene. His involvement in local collaborations shaped his musical direction and brought him into contact with other rising artists. Wam SpinThaBin's career and creative connection between them. Death of his cousin Wiz the Wizard also left a major impact. He stated in 2023 that losing Wiz the Wizard caused him to question his motivation to continue rapping, underscoring how personal losses affected his career trajectory. His history also included legal issues. Records in Broward County documented incidents related to cannabis possession, stalking, and threats. These cases brought him into contact with the legal system and shaped part of his public profile. On August 28, 2025, events unfolded in Hallandale Beach, Florida, that would bring an abrupt end to Brandon Wamley's life. Police were alerted by the city's ShotSpotter system, which detects gunfire in neighborhoods. Officers responded to the alert and discovered Wamley critically injured. He was transported to a hospital, but later pronounced dead. The incident took place in a residential neighborhood. Neighbors reported hearing multiple gunshots, with some residents retreating indoors and hiding for safety. The sound of gunfire prompted fear and immediate calls for police intervention. When law enforcement arrived, the area quickly became a crime scene with investigators marking shell casings and securing the perimeter. Authorities suggested early on that Wamley may have known the shooter. Evidence pointed toward a confrontation that escalated rather than a random act of violence. However, no immediate suspects were identified, and no arrests followed in the hours after shooting. Investigators collected ballistic evidence from the scene, including shell casings. Forensic teams examined the area for additional clues, while surveillance footage from surrounding streets was reviewed to trace movements before and after the shooting. Neighbors provided statements to police. Some described hearing arguments or disturbances prior to gunfire, though details were limited. Testimonies became part of the effort to reconstruct the sequence of events leading to the shooting. Detectives considered multiple possibilities. Personal disputes, potentially linked to prior conflicts. Industry-related tensions, given the competitive nature of the rap scene. Past legal issues, which may have created enemies or unresolved disputes. Gang-related associations, due to his connections in street culture. The Hallandale Beach Police Department urged anyone with information to come forward. They emphasized that the investigation remained active and that no further details could be released until more evidence was confirmed. Residents of Hallandale Beach expressed unease at the violence occurring in their neighborhood. Fans of Wam SpinThaBin reacted online, seeking information and clarity on what had happened. Peers and collaborators acknowledged the incident, pointing to ongoing issues of violence that continue to affect young artists in rap. His connections with other Florida artists, particularly through Kodak Black Circle, placed his death in a broader conversation about risk and conflict in the industry. Local outlets reported on the shooting extensively, while national hip-hop media highlighted the unresolved investigation. Reports emphasized both Wamley's career trajectory and the unanswered questions about his death. Did his past legal issues connect directly to the confrontation that occurred? Who was the shooter, and what was the precise motive? Was this a targeted attack or a dispute that escalated unexpectedly? Did his separation from Sniper Gang create new conflicts? Could the shooting be linked to personal or professional rivalries? Wamley's death aligns with a broader trend of rappers being killed in violent incidents, many of which remain unresolved. Patterns of retaliation, rivalry, and escalating disputes have repeatedly emerged in hip-hop communities across the U.S. Florida has seen rapid growth in its rap scene, but also heightened conflicts among artists. Rivalries and affiliations often extend beyond music, influencing outcomes both in careers and personal safety. This raises a key question. How much does environment shape the direction of young artists who rise quickly but remain surrounded by unresolved disputes? As of now, the shooter has not been identified publicly. Police continue to seek leads and appeal to the community for information. Authorities have not announced arrests or charges. The case remains open with the possibility of future suspects being identified if new evidence is uncovered. The Wamley family has largely remained private, limiting public statements. Their focus has been on mourning rather than public commentary. The case of Brandon, Wam SpinThaBin, Wamley remains unresolved. His career, marked by early recognition and steady growth, ended abruptly at the age of 25. The questions left behind continue to shape public discussion, particularly among fans and the Florida rap community. Unanswered details keep the investigation active, while observers consider the broader issues of violence, disputes, and the environment in which young rappers rise. What role do you think personal disputes may have played in this case? Could industry rivalries have contributed to the confrontation? Was this preventable, or was it the result of long-standing tensions? Should law enforcement release more details to help the public understand what happened? How does this case reflect a wider issue of violence among young rappers in Florida and beyond? If you found this story as gripping and heartbreaking as we did, don't forget to like this video and share it with others. And if you want to hear more true crime stories that uncover the mysteries behind these tragic events, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. You won't want to miss our latest stories, updates, and discussions. Thank you for joining us on this journey to seek justice and explore the truth. Together, we can make a difference. Until next time, stay safe and stay aware.